backpack hero regardless. So I finished all the quests except for I have the effigies quest with Pochette, and I have a whole bunch of quests with Crate. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to attempt to find out. Just telling me the ad has finished. Why did it just ping at me? Why did it just ping at me? What are you doing? Okay, no. It's just pinging at me for no reason, apparently. Quests, which is Bumpy Ride, which I've never done any of these before. You get a mechanical gem. When this finishes moving, weapons in this column get +3 damage. I get a vacuum. On use, the closest item below is pulled up, so you can use that to pull the mechanical gem upwards. And then a piston. On use, the adjacent item above is pushed up. So the vacuum pulls an item below it upwards. A piston pushes an item upwards. And the mechanical gem wants to move. So, yes. I don't get how that's meant to... I don't know. We're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a go at Bumpy Ride. I've never done this one before, so I have no idea how it will go. We start with a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Oh. So you can spin them. Okay. Wait, how can I... Oh, okay, maybe we put that there for the moment. We do... that. Is that going to be a thing? Is that going to work? Who knows? Actually, zero clue as to whether this will actually do anything. Let's test it. The adjacent item to the left is pushed left. So yeah, we'd use this, pushing that left. Right? Would that work? That push left, which would then make both of these stronger, because it's weapons in this column. That's when it's finished moving. I think. We're going to go find out if this is how this works. Ooh. Oh, did I just end my turn? I did just end my turn, that was really silly. And now this isn't going to move anywhere, so I'm just going to do one hit and one defend, which is not enough. Huh. Yeah, I'm just going to get beaten up a bunch. Like, I'm not using the vacuum because I don't know how you'd even get that to work. I'm so confused about how you'd actually get this to work. Like, if I do this, and then this, and that one will push. Then how do you get it to actually... Genuinely don't know if this would do better or not. I have no clue with any of this vacuum stuff. Don't know if it's working or not working or what. Okay, the double hit definitely does better than the single hit. And that only goes once. Oh, this is then too far away. Huh. Genuinely not a clue. The closest item to the left is pulled right. But then I don't know what I can do with any of that. I'm just like, okay. That sure is a whole bunch of stuff that it just said that I don't think actually does anything. I genuinely don't know how to make it make more sense. Jason Morphin gets plus damage this turn. But it's plus damage this turn, which is not helpful. But I guess I'll stick it there. Sure, we'll see what on earth happens. What? Why did that? Closest item to the left is pulled right. Why did it also pull this to the right? Why is it pulling both of them? What is it doing? What happened? What on earth is it doing? I'm so confused about what this is doing. That's meant to pull that item, right? But if I... Why do they link up? I don't understand. If I do that, it doesn't pull both. But if I do that, it pulls both. And I don't understand why. And then if I do that, it pulls both. Is it because it's a magnetical gem? If I do that, does it not? Okay. Okay, if I turn it sideways, it doesn't pull the thing with it. That's something, I guess. That sure is something. Okay. Like so. Yeah? I don't know if this is how this is going to work, but we're going to find out by doing. Yeah, there's another fight before this, so we're just going to leave all those items there and run away. Oh, that's flipped around. Oh. The toggle's a bit annoying. The toggle is a wee bit annoying. I don't know how I could use the piston to make this better. Like, genuinely, I'm very confused about why on earth I have a vacuum and a piston. Could not tell you. Sure. Sure. Piston's an accessory? Oh. I got rid of the piston and it killed me. Okay then. Because I have to keep them on me at all times. Okay, so I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. I stick all of this stuff down here where I don't need it. And we're trying again. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, auto run on. Okay. Okay. Can I do anything with this that's remotely useful? I can put a capacitor up there, I guess. I could use a steel gear. Do I just ignore what all of this is trying to do and just, like, start filling up my inventory with random gears? Like, ignore the piston, ignore the vacuum, just start using gears. Okay, there's a heat switch. There's a toggle, which I don't want the toggle. But the heat switch can potentially do stuff. Okay, that's something. We've got something going on here. I am just ignoring everything that this is trying to do. Oh no. The piston just pushed my sword out of my... I've now got no damage? Because the piston just pushed my sword out of my out of my inventory? And I got rid of my other sword, so I'm just going to lose now. That's great. We'll have to see it. That's really, really dumb. Really, really dumb. Oh, the vacuum cleaner exploded as well. Why did the vacuum cleaner explode? Why did the vacuum cleaner explode? I'm very lost. Oh, I guess the magnetic gem got pulled with it, and it pulled it out of the box. This whole setup just seems to be a method in how can I blow up my own inventory by randomly pushing things in the wrong places. Like, how can I accidentally push things out of the way, but it then just ruins everything? That's what this seems to be. This bumpy ride quest, where it's just like, what if we just pushed your inventory out of the way? What would happen then? Yeah, I'm going to fight the chicken. And maybe not fail horrendously this time would be great. Or is it now going to pull the vacuum cleaner out of the way? Not quite, but almost. Sure. There's a shield chest and diagonal armor. Adjacent and diagonal armor gets extra block. Okay. Huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, hold it up. Why did it just pull everything? Oh my god. Oh, what is it doing? It's just completely removed my sword again. And now I just lose again because I haven't got a sword. This run, what is even happening with this run? This magnetic gem is a nuisance. Like, I'm really tempted just to go, you know what, ignore it. We're gonna make it work. It's gonna be successful. Somehow. It's gonna work. I'm not sure how. But we're gonna figure it out. Maybe. Maybe we're gonna figure it out. Okay. It's gonna pull the vacuum cleaner and the gem out of the Yep. Well, and I don't have the magnetic gem anymore. Oh, the vacuum cleaner came back. Oh, the magnetic gem's up there. Okay. So it does come back. Somehow. Yes. This is such a weird run. That would then pull the club with it. If I do it that way, it doesn't pull anything else with it. Unused adjacent items are pushed away. Don't know what that does, but it sounds awful. Sounds like it would be genuinely rubbish just to push all the items next to it off the board. I mean, that's actually better. If I get rid of the sun and put the legendary weapon there. And then I move this to like this. My downside would be that I only get 3 hits. So I'd have to do that. I'd have to go shield first. And then 3 hits with the jagged blade. Which is going to deal a whole lot of damage. But not a huge lot of anything else. Yeah, I got 3 shield and then just big old smack of damage. I don't want the toggle. I guess I could do like a wand and put a wand next to it and above it so that it pulls the wand with it. But then it would pull the wand out of the mana area. So that wouldn't work. I genuinely don't get how this is meant to work. I'm just kind of relying on this legendary sword. Yeah, a little bit of defense and then just massive damage with this one sword. Consume ham. Don't know what the rest of this wants to do, but none of what I'm doing, so it doesn't matter. Oh, genuinely have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, well I got through the first area. That's an improvement, I guess. It's an improvement, I guess. Fiber optic. The item to the left is used. The item below is used. Okay. Or a director. I guess a director. We've then got like the option of a full loop, which is what I like doing with Crate. Okay. Okay. Something better than nothing. Okay. Do I want any of this? Blade Summoner. Don't on use. Weapons in this row get or column get +3 damage. That could actually be really good. Just as much damage as possible. But I've got nothing that I can get rid of. Can I just leave the microchip behind? Do I die if I leave the microchip behind? No, I don't. Okay, I can leave the microchip behind. Really need to get a level up now, though. No. Oh, I can sell the Ring of Doom because I don't need that. I can... I could grab a machete, but I haven't really got anywhere to use it yet, so I think I need to level up first. Then I can come back for that machete, I think. None of this is helpful. I'm winning rounds in like 2 turns, I can do that. Right. Right. Yeah. I'm not going to have any energy remaining because... stuff. For each turn add 1 block. Whereas that's 2 block. Sure. I do a whole bunch of damage. Okay, so now I can do something like this. Yeah, now I can do something like this. Yeah, no, no idea what this nonsense is. Okay. I can't get rid of this piston. Do I get rid of the switcher? Can I get rid of the switcher? No. No, I don't have space for the leather boots then. I'm gonna guess it's never gonna get past that, so I'm never gonna do full loops. So I could get rid of the switcher and put the boots back in, I guess. Plus 2 block to a shield, spikes to a shield. Ooh, spikes to a shield could be funny. How does that work on this? On use adds block for each space travelled and spikes too. Okay, can't forge it again. All of these are shield stuff. Nice. For each row below? Nope. Steel gear's not terrible. Can be used 1 time each turn, adds 1 poison to self. None of these are useful really, like the Earthstone Blade's kind of cool, but the Jagged Blade's just better. This can be better, but it's a specific build that you need to make it work. And my inventory is going lengthways, not tall side, so will not work. Grab one of those, I guess. Not those stats. What was it that I wanted? Was it this? No. This. Yeah, you start with these items, you must keep them with you for the entire run. So I can't get rid of the piston, because if I get rid of the piston I lose. Hi Press, how are you today? I'm doing very good, thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I ended up being a little bit late today. And I'm trying to make this work. It's the vacuum piston run. I just got a legendary weapon, so I'm just like, I guess I'm using that. That's basically all I'm doing, is using this magnetic gem and the whetstone to be like, the vacuum pulls the gem along, but then gives both of these weapons +3. This then gets activated, the charge then goes up into this pipe going this way, activates the whetstone, gives +3 to these two weapons again. It then uses the shield to give me some spikes and a bunch of block. It then uses this weapon, whatever item weapon I'm holding in this slot, that I just keep replacing every time, which does a whole bunch of damage. So this one will deal 16 damage to all enemies, because it'll get an extra, it'll do the 10, plus an extra 3 from the whetstone, plus an extra 3 from the gem. Then it goes around here, and the gem will already be here, so it won't activate. And it will activate the dagger, use the rest of my energy on the jagged blade, which will be 1, 2, probably just 2. But then that's, on use deals 9 damage, and on kill deals 8 damage to all enemies. But it gets +3 from the gem on both of those, and +3 from the whetstone on both of those. So actually that ends up doing plus 15 damage on hit, and 14 damage to all enemies on a kill, which is a lot of damage. A lot of damage. So yeah, we're just seeing how this goes, seeing if this legendary weapon can carry me through this weird vacuum run, because I've already failed it like 4 times already. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh, they died to the spikes. Well, that kind of worked. Let's start expanding the space that I've got now. What is this? If a charge exits your backpack, it will reappear at this item. Weird. We can move all of these up one. We can move that along to the other side because then it gets a bit more armor. The gem can be brought back over here. We've got nothing to go next to the shield, so that can just kind of sit on its own. If you end your turn with 0 block, add 1 energy. Huh. I guess we could just put the magic pole there. None of this is super helpful. Guess I could put the meal down. And the flowers. And see what happens. I would love to just get rid of the piston because I'm not using it. I don't think it's helpful. The puddle can go away, the rest of it really can't. Heal myself back up to full. And go down to the next area. Oof. Okay, I got through the first area. It's the furthest I've got with this run. Because It's been going poorly. And 3 slow to enemies. 3 slow to enemy to a weapon. Add 1 poison to a weapon. Don't know if any of those are helpful. Add 2 blocks to an armor. Is helpful. No, these boots can't be forged. Fair enough. Poison to a weapon. Do I put poison on a weapon? How many slots does this have? 3. I could put 3 poison on this jagged blade. I think I just want it to do extra damage though, if I can. Add 3 damage and heavy to a weapon. That's the sort of thing I want. It's already on the bottom row. It being heavy doesn't do anything else. So it's just 3 extra damage, which is nice. Let's go fight these enemies. I got rid of the puddle, didn't I? Yeah, that slides back over here. Ooh, dagger can be used 1 time each turn. On use it deals 8 damage and 2 poison to enemy. So if I bring that over here, I can put that there. It gets used 1 time each turn. So I'd be using 1 on that, 1 on this. And the last one on this weapon that deals 12 as opposed to 8 and 2 poison. No. Nope. If this item is not in the top row, it is disabled. Each turn has 3 spikes and 1 block. Just a second helmet up here, please. I don't need that yet. We're going to be fighting the badger. We can drop a poison down, I guess. That's a cursed chest, don't want that. A something. Oh, we've had this game for a while but not gotten around to playing it yet. Nice! So each of the characters in this game has a different mechanic built into them. So this is Crate. They are the little robot that you get by finding their pieces in the dungeon. And they use all these like little mechanical parts. So like they have a core which launches out energy, and the energy follows a straight path. But then they have like these little bends, so like switches, rotators, directors, toggles, that are all like curved lines that make the charge turn. So currently my charge will go activate the vacuum, which costs 0 action points, so it will keep the 3 action point charge moving through it. But the vacuum will move the mechanical core 1 space to the right, which then says, when finished moving, weapons in this column get +3, so it gives +3 to the jagged blade, which makes it 15 damage. It also has been plussing the thing that I've had above, because I keep moving the defensive grid to here and putting like a little 1-use item here. It then goes into this switcher that makes the charge then move in this direction off to the left. It then goes along here, activates the whetstone for 1 charge, so it goes down to a 2 action point charge, but the whetstone then gives +3 damage to the jagged blade. It would then activate this potion bottle, this poison potion that would add 6 poison to all enemies. It would then come and activate the defense grid, which gives 1 block for each space that the charge has travelled through and costs 0 action points again. So it would give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 block and 2 spikes. It would then go through this pipe that then comes down here, this pipe that goes over here, and then it tries to use the last 2 action points on the jagged blade. So it would go 1 action point here, 1 action point here, and then I'm out of action points. But if I have extras from food or whatever, it then uses another 2, travelling up the jagged blade. And for every use of the jagged blade, it deals 12 damage. So it's pretty good. You've also got other things like these batteries, which are, when the charge goes into it, it creates 2 more charges, which is pretty cool. I think is actually better than the capacitor. So the capacitor is when you can create a nice loop, which unfortunately the vacuum cleaner doesn't allow me to make a loop, but if I could fill this space in with level ups, then I could make a loop, because I could make the whole thing go round up here, and the loop kind of come down here, like make it start here, vacuum cleaner here, go along, and then go down and loop round. It's a bit awkward. Currently I can't make a loop, so I'm just going to get the chargeable battery. I'm going to run a test on it. Yeah, it sends two charges in that direction. In fact, I might put it this side. No, I still want that there, but put it that side. Because then it won't use an action point from the battery on the whetstone again. I think that's better. Okay, fight time. I'm going to start with this guy. Yeah, so you can see the big actions there. And you can see the charge light travel around my inventory. Whee! But yeah, I effectively have 4 turns of the magnetic gem moving along next to the sword for it to just get maximum amount of damage in. So the ring cannot be used, so it can be an item that can just sit in this row. I can also just make this sit in this row, I guess, and get the metallic mask. Taking damage adds 1 dodge to self, that's pretty good. I could put a dodge potion down, but I don't think I need it. I could just get it anyway. There we go, have a look at here. What have we got here? A whole bunch of stuff, but a large flame gem, or a flame gem is quite good. Adjacent weapons get +2 burn. So I'm going to see if I can get that by rolling the dice and going up the tower. There we go, flame gem. Okay. So now I want the flame gem to be adjacent to this jagged blade. And my way to do that would be like this. Yeah, because none of these need activation, so my charge can just travel through them, but the piston I need to keep out of the way. Because if it gets activated, it pushes the thing above it. Often out of my inventory, which is not good. And then we'll go look at the shop. Ooh, Thorns plant. It's pretty cool. We can just add that to our inventory. I like the venom sword. Does damage equal to 100% of your current poison, so you put loads of poison on yourself and then you hit them with the venom sword. The downside being that I'm not poisoning myself, so I don't actually need it. I think I'm keeping everything else though. Maybe I just sell this dodge potion. I've got 65 gold. I don't need to sell the dodge potion. We can then come back over here and double check the forge. Hi Rora, how are you today? Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, thank you for redeeming your daily spore. It's always good. Have we got any slots on any of these masks or helmets? Nope. None. Okay, then you have nothing for me, Mr. Forge Badger. So I'm going to run off to the next floor. We're roboting around inside the deep caves beneath Orderia. Whee! Automated robot nonsense. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you very much. I'm doing a run called Bumpy Ride, which is using the vacuum, the piston, and the mechanical gem. And it's a bit wonky, just as a run. It's a bit wonky. I think I've managed to get it to work. But genuinely it is a bit like, ooh. This item can be used directly. On use, disabled for the rest of combat, creates a charge. Huh. But does it just stay there? It doesn't get rid of itself. It just stops being used for the rest of combat. That's pretty cool. Gets me an extra hit with my sword. Yeah, I managed to find a legendary weapon, and I'm just trying to stack up as much stuff on the legendary weapon as I can. to make use of the mechanical gem, I guess. So the vacuum every turn pulls the mechanical gem further along this big empty run, and every time it moves next to this sword it adds 3 damage to it. Then we've got the fire gem that adds 2 burn to it, and then every turn this whetstone gets used that adds 3 more damage to it. And now the battery is going to get used once per combat to add 1 extra attack with it. So we're just piling as much as we can on this sword. It currently deals 12 damage plus 2 burn, but it would be an extra 6 damage from the whetstone and the mechanical gem. So for 4 turns it deals 18 damage and 2 burn, and if it kills any enemies it does another 2 burn and 17 damage to all enemies. So it's pretty strong. It's a pretty strong weapon, and we're kind of relying on it heavily. But maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll be fine. We watch as it just goes big sword swing. And I've got a bunch of spikes. Like my shield has spikes, and I've got this flower that has spikes. So I've got 11 spikes in 2 turns. Oh, and I've got this helmet that gives spikes, and this helmet that gives dodge. And then just a helmet and a pair of boots for some armour. It's a bunch of stuff. I could put a machete down. But I'd have to remove 3 items for a machete. I don't think I can afford to do that. Make sure I move my gem back. Yeah, I don't think I need any of those. Don't want to open a cursed chest. Definitely not that. Oh, rage to a melee weapon is really good. And I've still got 2 more slots. So maybe I just do 2 rage to a melee weapon on it. Yeah, so now every time it gets used, it does 12 damage plus 2 rage plus 2 burn. And rage is for every stack of rage you deal extra damage. So the sword is now buffing itself. Just for maximum volume. There we go, took out 2 enemies in 1 round. Nice. Shadows normally take quite a while to beat up. But because I'm just spamming a whole bunch of shadow damage, oh, we can grab another thorns. And I could get an ambidextrous glove for each column to the left adds extra blocks. So I can move that there, I can move that there, and I can put the glove down here. So it gets me an extra 6 armour. Definitely the choices. Oh, got to make sure I move my mechanical gem back. And then we carry on. We carry on through the dungeon. Oh, we've got a double battery. Double battery does not actually do that much for me. So I think we're fine as we are. Oh, but we've got a shop coming up. So maybe we just grab a couple of items to sell at the shop. And then we run off and go and sell them all at the shop. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Nice. This is not in the top row. This item is disabled on taking damage as 1 gold. Ooh, when attacked adds rage and spikes. On use deals or heals, puts down 6 armor. I don't think I need that. Don't think I need that. Come on, snail. Poke, 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 poke. So much damage. So much damage. Move the gem back. I don't need any of these. Nope, don't need any of those. Could grab a debuff potion, but I genuinely don't need it, so that's fine. Mechanical chest. We've got a, what is this? A booster. On use until overheated, adds 1 energy. Ooh. That gets me another hit with my jagged blade. Take away the heart ring. Put that there. Test it. Yep, moves me back up to 3 and then uses all 3 on the... Oh, yes! So much stuff. Okay, this is working. We're going to come back here to make sure that I sell this ring. It won't take anything else. Okay, I'll just dump that ring then. It's fine, I don't need it. It gives me 5 extra health, but that's fine because I've got a whole bunch of armor every round, and I'm hopefully finishing stuff in like 2 rounds because I've got so much rage. The angriest robot. Deals 35 damage on round 3 per action. Ugh. Ugh. Now, if only I could get a bit more. I could actually. Oh, that's heavy. Do you like that? Oh no, then it'll pull it with. No, it won't. It's facing the other way. Does that work? Gets me a bit extra shield. I think that works. Gets me a bit extra shields, but does the same amount of damage. And I'll spend the same amount of turns getting hits in. So I think that works. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, boss of the deep caves. Thank you for the hydrate redeem. I have a nice drink. Watching as my jagged blade does 24 damage a hit. $32 damage a hit. Let's beat up this little ad. 40 damage a hit. 46 damage a hit. So much damage. Okay, what have we got? Ooh, extra energy for each empty set of 5 empty slots. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just 1 extra energy. That's just good. As a relic, that's just nice. We'll go open the chest, see what we've got. A whole bunch of stuff I don't want. Ooh, actually, rapier, dueling sword can be used 1 time each combat. On use does 25 damage. On taking damage, it gets refreshed. I'm going to take it, but I'm going to send it straight back to town. Because we're then going to go here and go, hello, Mr. Delivery Man. Can you take all this stuff that I just picked up from the chest away from me, please? Because I don't want it clogging up my inventory. And then heal myself back up to full. And then we go down to the Frozen Heart or the Magma Core. Let's go to the Frozen Heart. I think that one's going to go better. Oh, I really hope I can win this run because I don't want to do this again. Experience or gold? I'm doing fine on gold, so we'll go to the experience. It's only a little bit extra, but gets me closer. Add a forge slot to a weapon. Yes, please. Now I can add an extra thing to that. Okay, fighting the cultist. I don't think any of these are helpful for what I want to be doing. So I don't think I need any of this. No, I don't think I need any of that. Like, there's director, so if I could get the loop working, but because I'm using the jagged blade, I'm never going to get the loop working. So yeah, we just kind of ignore the fact that there's potential to loop. Ooh, what is this? I mean, I'm rolling this just to find out what that item is. I'm never going to find out because I'm never going to roll it. That sure is a sword. That I'm not going to use a chipped sword on use. Deals 8 damage and +1 to the energy cost for this every turn. Nope. Rubbish. Okay, I want to take out this guy. Well, he doesn't have... or just take out all of them. That works too. That, genuinely, that works too. Slide that back again. One. We really did just hit them for so much damage. One of them had 100 health. And we just took all of that in one go. And 3 slow to a weapon? Eh. Regen to a ring? Ah. We have a ring with a slot. So we just give regen to it. Block to a shield. Nope. 3 slow to enemies for a weapon. I don't think my weapon wants that. My weapon wants more damage. I don't know if I'm going to end up finding another forge, but it's fine if I don't, probably. We love doing 138 damage in a single round. Ooh! A repeater destroys charges, creates a new 1 energy charge for each energy the charge held. That's bad. We're going to go with that's bad and not use that. I'm going to bring this back over here. We're going to move the mouse wood. Do I care about carrying this dart? Like, I could put the dart in here and it would give me 1 extra nice hit, but I don't think I care about it enough to warrant throwing something else away. Yeah, I don't think I'm that fussed. My 3 helmets and 1 pair of shoes is enough to keep me alive, but I don't think I need the extra hits. All of this is a load of rubbish. Yeah, don't care. Thank you, but no thank you. Down to the next floor. Maybe we can get a damage boosting forge. There is a forge. Good, good, good. Damage boost. Extra rage for a melee weapon. Now it does 3 rage every time. God, this sword's going to do so much damage. I'm not that fussed about the gold. I think I want the experience more. We're going to take you out. And all your friends with you. There we go. I swing my sword and it destroys everything. We could get another lucky ring. Hatchet I definitely don't need. Like, it would just be the lucky ring, but I don't think I need it. I think we're fine. Take out you. Not that we're not going to take out every single enemy, but... Oh, we didn't take out all the enemies in one turn. Okay then. Plonk that there. And we're going to take them out this turn. There we go. Nice and simple. Move that along. Got 2 more slots for things. Like, we can put the mouse wood up here now. We can put this there. Bring that gem back across. When an adjacent consumable is used, they're not correct. Consumable component on max heat is destroyed, resets the heat of adjacent and diagonal components. Meh. Meh. There's a shiv. I could put a shiv in there. The downside being that I don't really have a slot for a shiv to go after the whetstone. Oh, actually, I totally do. I can do that. I forgot that I could move the whetstone further along because the jagged blade is now further along. Yeah. An extra damage, an extra weapon. Open the chest. I don't want any of those, so that's fine. Run up and look in the mechanism chest. Flux. On max heat adds 8 armour. Well, it's never going to reach max heat, so I don't need it. So I don't need any of that. We can run back over here. And we could add rage to this shiv. Maximum rage. Oh, I don't have enough. I'm 10 gold short of putting another rage on the shiv. Soon. Soon! Maximum rage will be acquired. I don't need to buy anything, but I don't really want to sell any of the stuff that I've got. One swing and it takes them all out. Yeah, sure. Adjacent shields get +1 spikes. To self-adjacent weapons deal -1 damage. Yeah, I don't need any of the rest of that. The mug of oil just gives me more action points. I don't think I have a key on me. Nope, I don't. So we can't open that. We go off to the other fight. We're 4 gold short of getting the extra rage for the shiv. So much damage on that sword. What is this? Amplifier on use until overheated adds 1 energy. Ooh. So an extra energy into the amplifier for extra value. Can I fit anywhere for the mug to go? There's nowhere I can fit the mug, so that doesn't really matter. Trade an item for an item of the same size. Nope. We're going to run back to the forge and get the other rage for that shiv. Yes. So much damage will be had. We're going to get there. I think we can do it. Different item of the same size. Nope. I think we can do it. I think this legendary sword is good enough. Yeah. Don't need any of that. Don't need the gem. Oh. Add another forge slot to the sword and put another thing on it. Okay, I don't have enough mana to put another rage on it. Oh. It's 15 to put a burn on it. Could I sell something to get 15? So I'm currently on 8. That'd be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, I haven't been using the dodge because I haven't taken any damage for a while, so I could just sell that helmet and that gets me there. Seems good enough. Weapons this point to gets +2 damage. Can I make it so that it works? Not yet, but I might just... We'll go do the forge first. Make sure I can do the forge properly. Extra burn. This sword deals so much damage now. Okay, yeah, I've then got 10 left. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to put it up here for the moment. Which currently won't do anything. But if I can get a level up before I go and fight the boss, which I don't think I can do because I think I'm going down to the boss fight right now. Yeah, I'm going down to the boss fight now. Is there any way I can... I don't need leather boots, right? I don't need leather boots. They're only giving me 3 block. That's 6, 11, 12 with 3 spikes. Yeah, I don't... The difference between 12 and 15. That's 2 burn, but that's 2 damage. Oh, if only I could make this work. How could I go about doing this? I do like this. I think that still works. I think that still works. Yeah. I think that still works. Boots now only give me... Only give me 2 block now rather than 3, but... 1 armor loss for the extra 2 damage is a lot better than 1 armor loss for no upside, or 3 armor loss for 2 damage. So you know what? Good enough. Maybe this will be fine. We're going to find out by beating up this boss. Oh, I actually lost a thing? Yeah, she didn't even get through my armor. And she took so much damage from the spikes as well. I think I did it. She goes to stage 2, right. I had to load up her stage 2. Can I do it? I've got 1 more round. But this is dealing 68 damage a hit. Yeah, I think I did it. I think I managed it. Put that back over there. Put the glass bottle there. And yeah, that was the run. We managed it. We didn't use the piston at all. Don't want to use the piston. Only vacuum and this sword that does so much damage. On turn 3 out of 4, it was hitting for 68 on the first hit. And putting 2 more rage, so it goes 68 to 70 to 72 to 74 to 76 to 78 to 80. And then round 4 it would go 80 to 82 to 84 to 86 to 88. So in 1 round it was doing 320 something damage. Ugh. That's gross. 300 and something damage on round 4. Jagged sword, everybody. A raged jagged sword. So we complete